Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step by step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out.
Hey, love, welcome to Affirm It Express, the mini series within the podcast that's all about giving you a quick spiritual boost. In each episode, I'll share affirmations or a quick tip to help you stay in your best energy. So let's get to the good stuff and affirm it together.
Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to Affirm It Express. Today, I'm going to dive into some affirmations around releasing control, which is, I think, something we can all always get better at, including me. And these are some affirmations that are really hitting home for me right now because I'm kind of going through something and nothing crazy, but I'm just trying to release control more and more. And I feel like the more I release control, the more opportunities I get to actually practice releasing control. So sometimes it can feel like a little bit of a cycle. And if you're in that cycle right now, you are completely not alone. So let me share the 3 affirmations I created for us today. The first one is I let go of all that I disguise as a means to control. This was such a call out for me personally because I will do things or say things or whatever as a disguise to control. And I don't even realize I'm doing it sometimes. And it's so tough to get that little reality check and be like, oh my gosh, like I'm just pretending to do this, but it's actually a way of me controlling and sometimes even on my manifestation journey. So this is such a good check-in for myself to make sure that I'm not overly controlling in a way where it's actually not helpful and being honest with myself. The next one is I'm able to remember all of the ways it actually has worked out for me. This is really helpful because sometimes bringing some just random reminders and stories back to the surface to realize that it really has worked out for you in so many more ways than we realize. And it's easy to forget. We don't focus on the past. We're not living in the past. So some of the ways it worked out might be so random, but it actually did work out. So this affirmation is actually an invitation for some of those memories to pop up and remind you that it has worked out and it still will. The next one is all I can control is my inner world, and I choose to focus on that. This is just a very basic but very necessary reminder that the one thing we can control is what's going on within. And that is what we should focus on, not externally, even though we're wired so differently. We are wired to live our life to control the external and create the external. It is really all about the internal. So it takes some time to unlearn. We've spent at least 15 to 20 years learning. So it might take a little bit of time to unlearn that. And we can be gentle with ourselves about that. So let's do a little bit of repetition. I let go of all that I disguise as a means to control. I'm able to remember all of the ways it actually has worked out for me. All I can control is my inner world, and I choose to focus on that. I let go of all that I disguise as a means to control. I'm able to remember all of the ways it actually has worked out for me. All I can control is my inner world, and I focus on that. And that is it for our affirmations for releasing control. And just a little note, because I know this is such a big thing that we have to work on and really practice on the manifestation journey, is that releasing control isn't a bad thing. It's not that you're not capable of doing anything. It's just sometimes that we're unknowingly getting in the way of the things that we can't see. We try and control what we can see. And there's so much more to our life and this 3D world than what we can see. There's so much more than what's in our vision and our visual kind of receptivity. So give yourself permission to not judge yourself if you are being controlling. I know it has a really negative connotation assigned to it, but it's our nature. It's natural for us with what we've been taught. So it's just, we're trying to get less focus and use our visual world as less evidence and indicators and use our internal world as more of an indicator. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you can kind of channel a little bit more ease and a little bit more trust today. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye.